Welcome, everybody, to Kane Field on the campus of PSJA High School for the third and deciding game of this bi-district series between the homestanding PSJA Bears and WISD Zone Weslaco Panthers. Coach John Boswell, Mike Gonzalez, Vinny Berry on the camera, and Val Zamora on the technology tonight. Tonight, 1 o'clock today, on an ominous overcast Saturday morning, Mike. And what's got to happen today for the Panthers?
Well, this is game 3. Season's on the line. Winner advances, loser goes home. It's kind of high school's version of game 7. So a lot of excitement here. A very good crowd here. The Panthers with a big-time win last night, coming through with a 2-1 win. The Bats came to life a little bit after getting shut out in game 1.
So they were in the position last night at do or die, win or go home, and they were able to pull out a 2-1 victory in Weslaco Thursday night right here on this field. PSJA wins 4-0. The two games felt a lot alike, Mike, just in the opposite direction. Very good pitching in this series, and see if that continues here in game 3. Leading off for the Panthers, the shortstop number 24, Axel Camarena. Let's look quickly at PSJ's defense. Pitching, Elian Gonzalez. Catching, Devin DeLeon at first. Jacob Sanchez. Playing second, Juan Zambrano. At shortstop, Arlebin Gutierrez at third. Vicente Castillo. Out in left field, Cesar Cantu. And center, Trey Guajardo. Out in right field, Joel Pesina. And Chiqui Marroquin will bat in place of the pitcher. He will hit 8th. And once again, leadoff hitter for Coach Eddie Serna, tri-district champion Weslaco Panthers, is Axel Camarena.
Axel is 0 for 6 in the series. Coach 0 for 3 last night, 0 for 3 in game 1. A key for me, Coach, is top of the lineup for the Weslaco Panthers.
First pitch is called strike. Now, we've been told by the home team administrators that the scoreboard is not working today. So Mike and I will do the best we can at keeping you up on balls and strikes. And runs. That one's off the turf. Once again, the infield area, as you see on the camera, the color of green changes just behind the infield. It goes from artificial to natural surface at that point. And the curveball hard and caught by the third baseman. So Camarena flies out, line drive over there to Vicente Castillo.
Probably the hardest hit Axel has had in this series, Coach, but it was right to Vicente Castillo at third for the first out of the game.
Matt Calderon, center fielder, will step in with one out here in the top of the first inning.
I mentioned, Coach, the top of the lineup is key to the Weslaco Panthers in this game, as we have a line drive out of play. Coming into the game, Coach, the top 4 hitters have a combined 1 for 24. And now with that first out, it's 1 for 25. So somehow, some way, the top of the batting order has to get going a little bit to have a chance in this game.
I know there's very ominous skies, really dark. Looks like there's a chance of rain. I know some of you may, in fact, I just felt a sprinkle. Some of you may be thinking, what happens if it rains? Well, number one, the artificial surface will be playable as soon as the rain stops. That's inside, but a called strike.
I'm getting some sprinkles already on my hands, so we're already getting a little bit of precipitation.
And fouled away. So what's the count?
I got 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Okay, that's the same thing I've got.
And so does the blue.
Let's hope this rain passes, but like I said, we're playing in the best case scenario here on the artificial surface. Kind of a sidearm pitch, caught him looking, and it's 2 away here in the top of the first inning.
That was looked like an off-speed pitch, Coach, or
Yeah.
curveball there. A great job there by Gonzalez there on that delivery. Fooled Calderon for the second out of the inning.
And stepping in, number 8, third baseman Raul Camarena.
He's the one player, Coach, who from the top 4 that has a hit in this series. and that occurred in the 7th inning of Game 1.
And that one is hit foul. Nice hustle back there by De Leon. We've seen him the last 2 days. Impressive young catcher. I believe we were told he's a sophomore, doing a nice job for the Bears. So it's 83 degrees, Mike. The humidity is 63%. The wind's out of the north at 8. But there is a chance of rain. Check swing, got him. No balls, 2 strikes to Raul Camarena.
Left-hand batter tried to check at the very end, but went a little too far there. So Gonzalez ahead 0-2.
And that one's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away here. Top of the first inning in the final game of the series here. Each team with 1 win. And he fouls that one away, the curveball into the lefty.
We talk about how this series has been about pitching and defense. Check this out, Coach. Both teams have combined for 15 hits in the 2 games. So that tells you that the pitching has done very, very well when you have 2 teams combining for 15 hits.
Hit towards the shortstop. Gutierrez picks it up, tosses it over to first, and that's 3 away. So the Panthers go 3 up, 3 down. PSJA will come to bat in the bottom of the first. Zambrano, Gutierrez, and Sanchez will face Jacob Cavazos right here. You're watching K-West. By district action coming to you from PSJA High School.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the valley, WISD is the right choice.
Okay, let's look at the defensive lineup here, Mike, for the Panthers. Pitching will be Jacob Cavazos. The catcher, as always, Luis Longoria. Playing first base, Seth Sanchez. At second base, Brian Diaz. He will not bat. Playing shortstop, Axel Camarena. At third, Raul Camarena. In left field, Rico Avila tonight. Out in center, Matt Calderon. And in right field, Jaden Cavazos. Marco Leal will DH, number 18. And that's the lineup tonight for Coach Eddie Serna and the Weslaco Panthers.
And unlike, Coach, the Weslaco Panthers, the damage has been done on the top of the lineup for the PSJA Bears, starting with Zambrano, the leadoff hitter, who's 3 for 6 in the series with 2 doubles, a single, 2 runs scored. Got that last out last night. Remarkable play by Seth Sanchez in foul territory.
He threw a nice game, though. He pitched game number 2, start to finish. Did about all he could, gave up 2 runs. You know, most teams would say, give up 2 runs, we got a chance to win. And they did have a chance to win, Mike, right up to the end. So here's the batter, second baseman number 2, Juan Zambrano. Seems to be a big key if the Panthers can keep him off the base paths.
Still the MVP of the series for the Bears, would you say, Coach?
Oh, yeah, he pitched a great game yesterday. Had a hit or 2. Ended up, you're right, popping out to first base over near the dugout last night for the 3rd out. First pitch from Cavazos high, ball 1. By district action coming to you on K-West. And the second pitch is high.
Something that we've talked about, Coach, especially last night, is that the starters for both teams have pitched well enough to win. So what does that mean? That means that the bullpen is fresh. So being that this is game 3, as we see a bunt attempt there.
Called strike 1.
That means that if somebody gets in trouble, I don't think any of these skippers will hesitate to bring somebody else in to pitch.
Well, you've got no tomorrow. 3 balls, 1 strike. So there's no tomorrow, Mike. So there's no reason to save pitchers. If you're in another series next week, the Panthers, for instance, have Rico and they have
Sanchez.
Jonathan ready to go, and he walks the first batter. So PSJA, Juan Zambrano takes the pitch and ends up on first. And the middle infielder, shortstop, Adiben Gutierrez will step in, number 5.
Ariben is 1-for-6 in the series, had a single and run scored, and I believe that came into game 1. Last night went 0-for-3.
Bunt attempt is fouled back, strike 1.
You notice there, Raul Camarena there at third, already standing in the green part of the turf.
There you go. Inside the bases.
Inside the bases, right.
There you go. I think, Mike, we can still get away with using the word dirt because they have an area that mimics dirt. Woo. Great job by Seth Sanchez over there on the high throw coming from Longoria. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. He showed bunt again. Pitch out of the zone.
And Empire has 1-1 as the count.
And Cavazos trying to find his rhythm here. And that one's called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Adiben Gutierrez.
Got the outside corner there. Great job there by Luis Longoria, positioning himself as he goes right back behind home plate.
Ball hit hard out in the right field. Runner is held at second. Good job out there. Nice throw from the outfield. I think that was Jaden Cavazos out there in right field. But that's a single, so we have runners on first and second here early in the ball game, bottom of the first inning.
Great piece of hitting there by Reben Gutierrez, going the opposite way. And the Bears in business with nobody out.
And Jacob Sanchez, first baseman, number 19, steps up with runners in scoring position and no outs.
Jacob is 2-for-6 in the series, 2 singles, and a run batted in.
And Longoria wants to make sure that Jacob Cavazos understands the situation, who's taking throws, bunt coverage, all those things. Got a good athlete on the mound. Sure, he'll be involved if there's any sort of bunt coverage to take place.
And both of those hits, Coach, came last night, went 2-for-3. So he's warmed up already.
And the bunt down third base line, outstanding job. Not picked up clean, but he gets him at first base.
So that goes down as a sacrifice bunt, pitcher to first. Both runners move. So a great piece of hitting there by Sanchez. That was excellent, Coach, the way he put that bunt up there. In the bottom part of the bat is where the ball was contacted and went down to third base, and Jacob had to make the throw to first.
So stepping in, cleanup hitter number 11, the catcher, Devin DeLeon. He's got runners at second and third, 1 away.
Has a double in this series, an RBI. Is 1-for-5 in the series.
And once again, possible signal communication problem. Maybe they're changing signals because the runner down at second can definitely see into the catcher. We've caught runners this year trying to signal their batters on what's coming. See if I catch anything there.
Here we go, base hit now, here we go.
And I'm not sure that I see anything being signaled by the runner at second. But everybody trying to bide their time. Let's see it again. Cavazos looks in at Longoria. Here's the pitch. And a curveball for strike one. Sophomore versus sophomore right here, Mike. De Leon, the sophomore catcher for PSJA. Jacob Cavazos, the sophomore pitcher for the Weslaco Panthers. Another curveball. Shortstop picks it up. Oh my gosh. Huge throw. Coach Cerna's going to come out and talk about it. But a run scores.
It appeared to me, Coach, that the ball got there before the runner did, but it was a close play.
Well, you know, I don't talk about the officials much, but it appeared to me he called him safe before the ball ever got there. Coming in to run for the catcher, number 13, that's Marco Guajardo. So we've got to call that, I guess, an infield single, Mike.
Infield single and an RBI. So the Bears take a 1-0 lead with runners at first and second.
What a throw from the hole by Axel Camarena. I thought he had him. Stepping in a bat, third baseman, number 10, Vicente Castillo. He's got runners on first and second, one out. And he plunked him. Something we saw Thursday night. Hit by pitch, the bases are now loaded, Mike. And stepping in will be center fielder number 23, Trey Guajardo.
And as a matter of fact, Coach, that's the second time in the series that Vicente Castillo has been hit. Got hit in game one.
Well, you know, Mike, some of the batters I've been around in my lifetime are really good at doing that. They're not afraid of the ball, so anything close, they're not bailing out. You know what I'm saying? So they get hit more. Plus, they crowd the plate more than most people, the ones that get hit. But here comes Coach Cerna. He wants to take a talk about it with bases loaded and one away, Mike. Once again, you're watching K-West on YouTube Live. Mike Gonzalez, the reporter at K-West, Coach John Boswell. Vinny Berry's on the camera, on the technology with us, Val Zamora. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure your friends and family know you can watch the game on K-West. Looks like there's going to be a change, Mike. No, maybe not. I thought Seth Sanchez maybe was changing gloves. Actually, I think he just took off sunglasses is all he did.
But I anticipate, Coach, that we'll see quite a bit of these conferences. You know, whenever there's a jam going on, somebody gets in trouble.
Well, you don't want the game to get away from you right here, Mike. It's already 1-0. You have bases loaded. You only have one out, and before you know it, it could be 3 or 4-0.
And being that Cavazos is only a sophomore, what do you think Coach Serna is talking to his pitcher about?
Settle down. Throw your stuff. Do your job. Quit worrying about everything and step in there. You're an athlete. Step in there and be an athlete. You know, has he ever been in a situation like this? Yeah, but not probably at a level. By district playoffs on the road, probably not.
In a decisive game 3.
Right, right.
Wait for it, Trey. Wait for it now, 2-3. Wait for it now.
It looks like the scoreboard may be trying to come on, Mike. If it does, that would be a gift to everybody here in the stands.
Base hit.
This will be the first pitch to Trey Guajardo.
Base hit now. Bring it in.
And that's a little low. Ball 1.
Trey has done a brilliant job, Coach, in the center field, making some big-time catches. At the plate, he's 1 for 5 with a single and a walk.
And that ball's hit hard. And that's going to score at least 2, Mike. Thrown over the head back here by us. Nobody covering home plate. And people on second and third now. So we got a single by Guajardo. He took second on the throw. So,
I think he should get credit for 2 RBIs.
So Audubon Gutierrez scores. And the catcher scores. his position anyway, scores. Castillo goes to third, Guajardo goes to second, and Joel Pesina, the right fielder, steps in with one out. In the bottom of the first inning, it's 3-0. And that pitch for strike one.
Let's go, Bears.
And for Guajardo, the coach, that was just a great job, great piece of hitting, going the opposite way to left center.
1 ball, 1 strike.
11, 1 down.
And Joel, he's 0 for 3 in the series.
Swing and a miss.
Nice
1 ball,
pitch.
2 strikes.
And Jacob needs a big strikeout here.
Ooh, that was high, almost got away, 2-2.
You notice the second baseman is playing a little in. He's in front of the line.
Looks like we may have regained the scoreboard, Mike. That'll help everybody here. In the dirt.
Oh, he might have gotten hit with it.
He did, but the guy can't come home.
Right. So the umpire's already telling him to come back.
So that's the second hit by pitch this inning. And that reloads the bases, Mike, and brings to bat the DH, Thursday night's pitcher, Checky Marroquin. For those of you that have the same question I had the other night, it's Ezekiel.
Scoreboard's on now.
People are telling us about scoreboard. I noticed it just a moment ago, but that helps everybody. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. I was thinking to myself, no game took place here yesterday. Scoreboard worked fine on Thursday. Somebody just had to flip the right switch, I'm guessing. And here's the pitch, and that's fouled back. Strike 1.
And Marroquin pitched game 1, 2-hit shutout.
Masterful, Mike.
Masterful.
He kept the Panthers off speed all night.
And had a no-hitter going into that 7th inning. Both of those hits came in the final frame.
And that ball hit up the middle. And that's going to score another run, Mike. An infield single by Marroquin. Good effort by the second baseman. Just not quite good enough. Moves everybody up a base. Castillo scores from third, and with 1 out, 4 runs in, the Panthers are behind here in the first inning, 4-0.
Brian Diaz made an outstanding stop there, but it looked like he had some problems trying to reach for the ball inside the glove and try to get that force at second. Axel was waiting there for him. And so, as a result, Marroquin does get that infield single and an RBI.
And stepping in, Cesar Cantu, left fielder, number 3. And the 9th batter to face Cavazos here in the first inning.
Be ready up at the plate. Be ready at the plate.
Still only 1 out, Mike.
And that was on a sacrifice bunt.
And that ball's hit out of play for strike 1.
And Cantu is 0 for 4 in a series, has a walk.
And a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, they're not keeping ball and strikes, I guess.
And I see Elijah Estevan warming up, coach,
Fouled back.
in the bullpen.
Sanchez with a shot at it. It gets out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wait for it now, babe. Here we go. Wait for the pitch. Let's go. Wait for that pitch.
On deck for PSJA, the leadoff hitter, number 2, Zambrano.
Get a piece of him.
He walked and scored already this inning. 2-2.
Jacob was trying to get the inside corner there, but umpire called ball. So
And that ball hit hard out into left field. Going to be foul, but Rico Avila is going to catch it. The runner at third is going to tag, come home. Guajardo scores, making it 5-0, 2 away. So that'll be a sacrifice fly
and an RBI.
and an RBI by Cantu. And that'll bring up Juan Zambrano steps in once again. He's walked and scored. Those of you that know about scoring know that a walk is not an official at bat. So he's 0 for 0 so far tonight, but has scored a run. That's high and almost got away from the catcher.
Get a base hit now, base hit.
One ball, no strikes, 2 away. Runners on first and second. And that curveball's high, ball 2. I know Cavazos doesn't want to make a mistake here, Mike, to Zambrano. He's capable of taking it to the wall if not out.
He had a couple of them Thursday night that almost left the ballpark and took a whack right there.
Well, that one would have been a called ball, I believe. That was high. But he took a swing at it, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away.
All right, here we go. Base hit, pop, base hit now. Get a piece of him now.
The pitch. Hey, he likes them high, Mike, and here's your favorite count.
The deuces are wild. 2,
And-
2, and 2.
And 2 on.
And 2 on.
And who's batting? What number's he?
Number 2.
Number 2, man. Well, we went to 5 twos this time.
And who's pitching?
Number 2.
Number 2.
6 twos.
6 of a kind.
The deuces are really wild here. And the 2-strike pitch.
Watch it come in now.
And he got him. And that ends the inning. But after 1 complete, PSJA 5, the Weslaco Panthers 0. The Panthers will send Luis Longoria, Rico Avila, and Seth Sanchez to the plate right here on K-West on the top of the 2nd inning.
At Weslaco ISD, our elementary schools are diving into new and inventive methods of learning that are transforming lives one mind at a time. Our innovative learning practices have earned our elementary schools numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic programs. Now with open enrollment, WISD, academics, arts, and athletics. For families everywhere, Weslaco ISD elementary schools are the right choice.
You know, Mike, when we were here Thursday night, it was the first time to any of our knowledge, and I believe in, I don't like to use the word history, but K-West and KTRI did a joint broadcast here live from right here at Kane Field on campus of PSJA. Hope more of those kind of things take place in the future. K-West Director Carlos Robledo, all the guys at K-West, Dr. Priscilla Canales, Superintendent of Schools, WISD, the WISD School Board, for making K-West important and part of the everyday thing. And last night we had Mike Palacios helping out on the technology side. Of course, Don Ramirez, Darlene Gracia, everybody that is part of K-West. Thanks to everybody. And here we go, Mike. First time up tonight, Luis Longoria. And I believe he's due, Mike.
He's due. I mean, he's hit the ball well. He had a couple of whacks last night, but wasn't able to reach base. 0 for 3 in each of the first 2 games. Now's the time to get going.
Swing and a miss, but he gets by the catcher. And it's strike 1. You know, we worked, an inning and a half without a scoreboard. Now we got the scoreboard, and I don't want to look over there.
How fitting when the the Bears get up front, get the scoreboard going,
Oh, yeah.
and get the Bears fans fired up.
Oh, that sidearm pitch was fouled away, so it's going to be no balls, 2 strikes. That was a strange delivery, Mike. He almost dropped down to what they call the old submarine pitch there.
Punt on that ball.
I feel a little bit of moisture, but nothing measurable happening.
Just a sprinkle here and there.
Yeah.
It's been coming and going.
Well, it seems like when you look at the skies, it's just sitting on top of us. I can see sun in the future in almost every direction, but right on top of us is a nice dark cloud. And here's the pitch. Ball 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball was almost too close to take.
Yeah, the catcher there, De Leon, set himself up outside, but the ball was very, very close, trying to get the outside corner.
That ball's hard hit to the shortstop. Makes the throw, and that's 1 away.
And that's Arebin Gutierrez at shortstop with the pickup to first base. Jacob Sanchez.
And the man of the hour steps in. Thursday night's pitcher really pitched pretty well, Mike, but took the loss. But last night he hit one. There was no question to give the Panthers the early lead, and they were able to hold on for the win. Rico Avila playing left field tonight. And there's that sidearm pitch again, and that'll be in for ball 1.
It was a first pitch that he took over the left center field wall to put the Panthers on the board for the first run of the series.
And that ball's hit hard down the right side, but it's going to be foul.
Just barely foul.
And here comes the rain. I'm actually putting everything that is electronic underneath my jacket. Vinny, we're going to go off audibly here and get ourselves out of the rain. So as long as they keep playing, keep watching. But we're going to go away for just a second.
Weslaco ISD now introducing all-day pre-K. Bring your children to Weslaco ISD for a fun and engaging learning experience, helping to create lifelong learners. At Weslaco ISD all-day pre-K, your kids become young scholars, taking part in leadership programs, learning about science and technology, introducing them to literacy so they love to read. Registration taking place now at Weslaco ISD, the right choice.
stopped talking. They turned it off. I didn't turn it down. I think they turned it off.
Now batting for your PSJA Bears, third baseman, number 10, Vicente Castillo. Nobodying for the Bears, center fielder, number 23, Trey Weslaco.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the valley, WISD is the right choice.
The rain has caused some technical difficulties here on this by-district action coming to you from PSJA. Mike Gonzalez and I, working in the rain here, will do our best to keep you on what's going on, but we have a steady rain going. We lost power, and the rain is getting harder as we speak.
I see Coach Sadina coming out.
I'm not sure why we're still playing in this rain, to be honest with you. When do you get to the point where it's unsafe? We've got all day to get this game in. We're talking about one game. The officials may be talking to each other. Let's wait 15 or 20 minutes. With artificial turf, it'll be dry. Looks like we have one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Score currently 6-0. Weslaco trailing. I'm sure the mound also will get rough. That is the only place, Mike, on the field it is natural surface. The outfield is natural surface. The pitcher's mound, everything else is artificial surface. We've got towels, we've got stuff on top of our electronics here. We do apologize for stepping away. Looks like they may be going to talk about whether we're going to keep going right here. Coach Cerna is telling Longoria and his team to go to the dugout.
Yeah, I think they are going to take a break right now, Coach.
Okay, while they're taking a break, we will here also. We'll let you know what's going on. And maybe the officials say, no, we're staying and playing. Coach Cerna's saying, you're putting our kids at risk out here in the rain. You can't hold on to the baseball. You can't get any footing on the mound. And, okay, so they're going to take a rain break, and it's 6-0 here on K-West. We will be back when they are back right here on K-West.
No audio.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the valley, WISD is the right choice.
I'd like to commend Vinny Berry and Val Zamora for tackling the problems that the rain caused with the technology. Score stands 6-0 PSJA, top of the third inning. Coming to the plate is the DH, number 18, Marco Leal.
With this rainfall, Coach, unfortunately, I lost all my notes. It got water all over it. However, I was able to save the roster, so we'll be okay there. I got rosters for both teams. But so, yes, this is something new to me, that's for sure.
Well, the
I've
first
never
pitch to
experienced
Marco Leal here in the third inning will be ball one. And we'll do our best to keep with you here. Ball hit. Shortstop picks it up, makes the throw. It's one away. And stepping in, hitting, replacing the pitcher, number 14. And who is that?
That is Elijah Estevanes.
Elijah Estevanes.
So Coach Serna went from one sophomore to another. So perhaps after this year, we're going to have the 1-2 punch of Jacob and Elijah as the pitching rotation for the next couple of years.
That first pitch is called strike one. I feel the humidity really jumping back into the pitcher here following the rain, but the field is very playable. Curveball, ball one, 1 strike, one away. We're in the top of the third inning, coming to you from Kane Field. 74 degrees now, almost no wind, 8 miles an hour out of the north. Humidity up to 81%. 100%, and that's called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strike to Estevanes.
There you go.
Tell me his first name again.
Elijah.
Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah. And I'm looking at the flag
Elijah.
out in the right field corner. That's whacked for a base hit there by Estevanes. Oh, they actually made the throw to first. It was close.
And the single by the pitcher Estevanes. And the Panthers have a base runner here in the top of the 3rd inning. That'll bring to bat number 3, Jaden Cavazos. Cavazos playing right field into run. Evan Margot running for the pitcher. Off the senior into run. One experience that was to go through underneath one. First off, just so you know, there's not a whole lot that I'm afraid of, but wearing electronic equipment in the rain is one of those things. So we got that equipment off and onto battery power. The bunt executed well. Got him at first, but it'll be a sacrifice. Cavazos sacrificed. 2 away. Runner now at second base. And the batter here in the top of the 3rd inning, leadoff hitter, shortstop Axel Camarena.
And Cavazos laid down a brilliant bunt there and showed his speed right now. Almost beat the throw to first, but did his job and moved the runner to second. See if they could get this first run in.
Vicente Castillo with the great throw from 3rd base on the play for the defense. Here we go, 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Score 6-0 PSJA. And that one's off the turf, bounced it in, ball 1. Trying to wear my glasses here, Mike, and the humidity has got them all fogged up, so off they come. And I'd like to wipe my face, but my towel is so wet from
It's worse.
sitting on top of the equipment. But we'll all survive. And that pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. People again were asking questions. The game has to go 5 innings to be considered a complete game. I believe after 4, the run rule starts coming into effect. I think it's 15 after 4, 10 after 5. Oh, he got him.
All right, let's go.
So Weslaco with runners on 1st and 2nd now. And the batter will be number 11, Matt Calderon. The catcher, De Leon, says, hey, buddy, Elian Gonzalez, let's get back under control here. So they're all out there making sure the mound's in good repair.
And I'm thinking, Coach, that, I think our fans saw a little earlier that the players were playing in the rain, in which caught you and I by surprise that they didn't, the umpires didn't want to stop it. But nevertheless, the point is that I think the Bears wanted to keep going because they have the momentum. But as you can see, now after the rain delay, the Panthers, it seems like, have some momentum to try to get back into this game. And, we saw that in the World Series of Game 7,
well,
2016.
I don't know if they have momentum, Mike, but they actually have come with a new focus. But when you're up 6-0, you shouldn't be worried a whole lot about momentum. That's a swinging strike 1. We have 2 outs, and Mike, I actually feel sprinkles again.
Yeah, so do I. And, well, hopefully the rain moves on, get this game in.
Wow, that curveball way out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 base runners on for the Panthers trying to get a run across here. This 3-game series, Mike, runs have come at a premium for the Panthers. In 14, 15, 16, 17 innings, they've scored 2 runs. And that's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
The interesting thing, Coach, is that we were prepared for some kind of rain or rainstorm last night. We didn't get any.
And we were in the box, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Right. And then today, we weren't, I don't think we were prepared for what unfolded with a good downpour.
And a called strike, 2-2. Mike, your count, 2-2-2-2.
The deuces are wild.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And that's out of the zone. Full count.
And so with that being said, Coach, that means the runners will be going on this pitch.
They sure should be. That takes away some of the other force outs. Everybody wanting to talk about something here. So 2 away, full count. On deck, Raul Camarena. And that ball is dribbled towards the shortstop. That's going to be as good as a bunt. And an infield single by Matt Calderon. And that loads the bases.
And that's the advantage you have, Coach, when you have a 3-2 count and the runners take off. If you put the ball in play, the best play would have been either to second or third, but because they were going and Calderon's speed going to first, there was no play, and therefore the bases are loaded.
Well, the maturity of the PSJA shortstop, Arteben Gutierrez, he didn't do anything crazy either, Mike. He could have maybe tried to throw it to third or make the late throw to first. He said, we'll hold it and play another day. We have a 6-run lead. And stepping in, Raul Camarena with bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Weslaco looking to get on the board. And that's a little bit high, ball 1. That curveball kind of dropped into the left-handed hitter. Across the zone high, though, ball 1.
Come back with fastball. Here we go.
Ball hit hard. Shortstop gets in front of it, tosses it to second, and that ends the inning. Nice hard hit, Mike, by Raul Camarena, but the shortstop was able to handle it, and that's 3 away. So after 2.5 innings, score still PSJ 6, Weslaco 0. Not sure who's coming to bat here in the bottom of the third inning. We will be on it right here in K-West.
At Weslaco ISD, our elementary schools are diving into new and inventive methods of learning that are transforming lives one mind at a time. Our innovative learning practices have earned our elementary schools numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic programs. Now with open enrollment, WISD, academics, arts, and athletics. For families everywhere, Weslaco ISD elementary schools are the right choice.
Okay, we're back at it here at PSJA Stadium, Kane Field. They're telling me the artificial surface is all dried up. The mound looks like it's been worked well. Doesn't seem to be any problems in the outfield. Pitching now for Weslaco, Elijah Estevan is number 14, big right-hander out on the mound. About to step in the bat, the 9-hole hitter, Cesar Cantu. The only time up we saw, he had a sacrifice fly. I believe he has batted one time since that we did not see. Score stands 6-0. So once again, thanks for your patience. Thanks for being loyal to K-West. You're watching on YouTube live from PSJA. Game 3 by District Series. Game 1 on Thursday, won by PSJ by the score 4-0. Last night in Weslaco, the Panthers win 2-1. This is game number 3 with Cesar Cantu stepping in. Hard out to Calderon. He gets under it, and it's 1 away.
That was hit very hard. Calderon had to move a little to his right and make the play for the first out.
Calderon does a nice job out there in the outfield, Mike, and he did a good job at the plate last time up with the infield single. Stepping in, leadoff hitter, the guy we're calling the MVP. Second baseman number 2, Juan Zambrano. He walked, scored in the first inning. Struck out in the first inning also in his second at bat in the first inning. Don't know what he's done since. But with 1 out, he steps in. And that'll be high for ball one.
So in a rain delay like we had earlier, Coach, the players, they're going to have to come out and what, stretch again? Is that what they do?
Well, you're pretty warm, and it's a warm day. I think they did a little bit of that. That's called strike. I think you do a little bit to get loose again, swing the bat a little bit. Throwers have got to throw. So you get your warm-up pitches. You throw it around the infield a little bit. You say, hey, these guys are all 15 to 19 years old. Let's go play. Nice curveball. Called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Juan Zambrano. Outstanding player for the PSJA Bears. Pitched last night. Masterful job. Just lost 2-1. He had a chance to help his own cause, though. Pops out to Seth Sanchez to end the game last night. Now, if we were playing on a natural field, Mike, we would have puddles, wetness everywhere, standing water, and really they're able to play without any problem. Ball hit hard. Zambrano comes through again, Mike, with a single. That puts a runner at first with 1 out, and the batter will be already been going Gutierrez, the shortstop. He singled and scored in the first.
And made that fine play in the last half of the frame to end the threat. And for Zambrano, that would be his 5th hit of the series.
You know, you talk about turning a double play. It's generally 6 to 4 to 3. Well, 6 is Gutierrez, 4 is Zambrano. And you see, when you're strong up the middle in baseball, you got a chance. Curveball out of the zone, ball 1. So you've got Trey Guajardo in center field. You've got the catcher, De Leon. So De Leon, Artaben Gutierrez, Zambrano, and Guajardo. That's a pretty strong up the middle.
See the third baseman from the green side of the turf playing a little in.
Ball up high. Very similar to the one last night, but it gets out of play. And that'll be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, most fields have chain link fences, Mike. We have no better way to say it than the professional netting here. There are no visual barriers at all in the backstop. Much safer for the players and much more forgiving on the baseballs that hit it. Baseballs hit chain link, and it could be very damaging. Of course, they have a brick wall underneath the netting that can be very rough on a baseball.
Yeah, so what happens is if the ball is hit back here in the net, it just kind of bounces right off of it.
And doesn't damage it at all.
Right.
And if a player is to run into it, that netting's not going to hurt you any. And here comes the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. I'm sorry, 1 away. Runner at first. And that ball's popped up. And it gets out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Artaben Gutierrez. On deck, Jacob Sanchez, the first baseman for PSJA. You're watching K-West, Coach John Boswell, Mike Gonzalez. Val Zamora running the technical side of things, and Vinny Berry on the camera. Thanks, everybody, for sticking with us on this rainy Saturday.
Nope, the umpire's already calling him back.
He reached out to get it.
You see Coach Sedna coming out just to make sure everybody's on the same page, but
He stuck the arm out. You know he did. I know he did. He knows he did. The best part is the official knows he did. I just don't know what the call is. There was 2 strikes. Does that mean he's out?
yeah, that was going to be my next question is what's the umpire going to call here?
Well, you can't call it a 3rd strike. Is he out?
Yeah, Coach Sedna's like, there's 2 strikes. And that happened.
Yeah, tell the kid to be quiet. He's over there trying to plead his case to Coach Cerna. Coach is asking, I think, the same question we are. if it was one strike, then that would be a strike. But with 2 strikes, does that count as a strikeout? I don't know what the call is. Dead ball? I don't know what it is. So let's see if the umpire explains it.
See, if this was a football game, Coach,
I would know the rule. If
and,
it was
and
football.
not only that, but we would have the official come out and explain himself. But being that this
yeah.
is a baseball game, where he's just going to give us signals and maybe give us a count. Which
2
is
balls and 2 strikes. So it
strikes.
hit him, but it goes down as a ball.
Okay, so I learned something today,
Well, the pitch was thrown.
and it was inside.
There's only 2 choices. It's a ball or a strike. It can't be a non-pitch.
And the umpire is verifying with everybody, or letting everybody know that the count is 2-2.
I think the PA guy asked him what the count was. So interesting, Mike. You call at the sports long enough, and you run into stuff. That ball's hit to third base. The throw to second is out. Good job backing up out there by Jaden Cavazos, but you're going to have to throw an error over there on the third baseman. And now you have runners on first and second, 1 away. And Jacob Sanchez steps in, the first baseman. Mike, he sacrificed bunt his first time up. We don't know what he did past that. On deck, the catcher, Devin De Leon. It's killing you not having your notes, isn't it?
Well, I'm kind of cheating and looking at your book here.
You keep looking over there for something that's not there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, all my notes are gone.
And
So-
Longoria wants to go out and take a quick talk with Estevanes. Make sure they're on the same page with 2 runners on.
And something we've seen throughout the series, Coach, is the Panthers have done a wonderful job fielding the plays, but on some of those errors, they're just throwing errors off
Well,
the
he
mark.
was trying. They had a good runner. They had Zambrano on first. He runs really well. And Camarena was trying to make sure he got the throw there. Who knows? It may have been a little wet. That ball hit hard in the gap. Calderon, what a play. Zambrano tags up. I would challenge the tag. And they said safe. So Sanchez flies to 8. We're going to call that one a sacrifice. That moves Zambrano to third. The runner stays at first, and it's 2 outs. And Coach Yeti Cerna comes out. Is he going to ask to appeal that call out there? Okay, stepping in, the catcher De Leon, number 11, with 2 outs, 2 on. Make sure they have their coverage down here. Invariably, Ben Gutierrez is going to steal second. Do you make the throw? Do you make the half throw? Does everybody know what they're doing? Those are the things you've got to practice. Those things you've got to talk about here. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 6-0 PSJA. And a swing and a miss. Strike 1.
We know that De Leon in the first inning singled and scored, but we don't know if we weren't here, if he came up to bat a second time when the game was still going on in the rain.
I was wondering if the officials may have had someplace to go because they did not want to. Got him with the curveball. They did not want to delay it. Coach Cerna went out there, twice, Mike, to say, why are we still playing? We've got an artificial surface. Let's get out of the rain and come back when it stops. And doesn't seem to be any problems.
I mean, in soccer, the players, the game will still go on. In football, they play in the rain, but in baseball is the one sport where if it rains, they do
you're
delay
using
it.
a baseball and implementing.
I think we have a rundown here. And the ball gets away behind home plate, so everybody's safe. Somebody scored.
So on the throw to first, Zambrano scores. On the error, Gutierrez goes to second. And it's still no balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. But the 7th run has scored for PSJA. The run was actually scored because of an errant throw into the catcher.
And I think he did that on purpose, Coach, to kind of distract Elijah.
Oh, absolutely.
And the third runner at third was able to sneak home, and there he goes again.
And he got him swinging, and that's 3 away. So where was the sacrifice? There you go. Got him swinging. So after 3 complete innings, Mike, Weslaco trails 7-0. The top of the 4th inning from PSJ here by district action when we return. Stepping into bat for the Panthers, the catcher number 10, Luis Longoria. Longoria grounded out in the at-bat we saw, Mike. And I'm going to preface that nearly every time someone comes up, because there was a period of time when we were not able audibly to hook up with the audio portion of the video being shot by our man Vinny Berry. So we apologize for that, but I think we're good now. On deck, Rico Avila in the hole, Seth Sanchez to start off inning number 4 here for the Panthers. That ball's hit hard. A long strike to Luis Longoria.
Probably his best swing of the series.
Hit that ball well, it just got way out in front of it. Gonzalez has kind of an unusual arm angle sometimes when he throws. That ball curve hard out in the center field. Fajardo underneath it, and it's 1 away. Rico Avila steps in, and he was coming to the plate, maybe actually at the plate when we quit broadcasting the audio portion. So I don't know what Rico's done at the plate tonight, but he steps in. He was the hero of last night's game with a huge home run to put the Panthers ahead. Kurt ball outside the zone, ball 1.
One at the outside corner there. Came with that curve, but was a ball.
Whoa. About a 50-foot fastball for ball 2. People say, Coach, why do you say that? Because it's 60 feet 6 inches. That one bounced about 10 feet in front of the plate, so it's a 50-footer.
It's pretty accurate, yeah.
I see the fans out in right field near the scoreboard in their hunting blind, decorated with bear paws on it. You see that, Mike?
Yeah, sure do. It's a great view. I'm sure they're enjoying the game.
Yeah, go out in your backyard, climb up in the hunting blind, and that's a called strike, and watch the baseball game. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Weslaco trying to find their way into this ball game, trailing 7-0. And that's called strike, 2-2. The sidearm pitch fouled away. Still 2-2.
Rico's battling. I mean, that home run got the team going last night. And now trying to do the same here in game 3.
Got him looking. Umpire got way too excited about that, but it's 2 away. Stepping in is Seth Sanchez. Once again, we have not, Mike and I at least, have not seen Seth bat tonight.
We're talking about heroes. He was one of them last night with that big catch.
Oh, yeah.
And called strike.
Seth, only a junior.
Now, he was one of the guys we were told yesterday might be on the mound today. That ball's dribbled up the middle. Can he outrun it? Gutierrez makes the throw. What a stretch by the first baseman. And it's 3 up, 3 down for the Panthers. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th inning. PSJA will send to the plate Castillo, Guajardo, and Pesina right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the valley, WISD is the right choice.
So we've seen Castillo bat one time tonight. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run. We can account for 6 of the PSJA runs. I don't know who scored the 7th. That was during the rain snafu with our equipment. So Castillo steps in to face Elijah Estebanez. Estebanez has been in, I believe, since early in inning number 2.
Lead it up. Let's go. Lead it on. Let's go.
And that ball's hit in the air and foul. Strike 1. As always, you're going to get humidity following rain and bugs.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel them, Coach. But there's absolutely no wind whatsoever, so it's very humid.
Nice pitch.
Very nice pitch.
Strike 2.
I noticed, Coach, that after the 3rd frame was over, Coach said, and I want to go talk to the young man there just to kind of, I guess, calm him down a little bit after the crazy situation that happened, and maybe teach him a little bit, teach him a little lesson about maybe if it were to happen again, you know, maybe what to do next time. You know, that was an unusual play there.
Well, it's warmed up to 83 degrees. The humidity, Mike, is almost 70%. The winds out of the north-northwest at 6 miles an hour. I don't see flags really moving at all, though. Curveball fouled away. And it remains no balls, 2 strikes.
There you go.
Elijah Estebanez in relief of Jacob Cavazos.
Stay in there, Pop. Stay in there. Here we go.
So the Bears have had a base runner in every inning. It would be nice to maybe get a 1-2-3 here in the 4th.
Yeah, we're pretty sure they had one every inning. That one's fouled away right back here to us. Sounded like it bounced off of a pillow. Umpires looking for baseballs. They've been fouled away. That's the one thing that changes, Mike, is foul balls now will land into areas behind us that will get them wet, and they'll be lost for the rest of the game. So that's also got to take into account. I know in a major minor league type baseball game, they'll go through over 100 baseballs. Whoa. And the curveball gets away from him. And for the second time that we know of tonight, Castillo is hit by a pitch.
And there was really nothing he could do about that, Coach. The ball was too inside, and looks like we're gonna have a courtesy runner here, Coach. See if we can
Mike,
get the number
on
1.
On Thursday, Castillo was hit by a pitch once. So in the series, he's been hit 3 times.
That we know of.
That we know of.
And the courtesy runner is number 1.
Number 1 is
Miguel Flores.
okay.
Go 2-3.
Miguel Flores, number 1. You're in the ball game here. And the batter, number 23, center fielder, Trejo Hardo. Bunt in the air, got him. Throw it at first, double him up. And got him. There's that instance where you put the young guy in that's not used to playing all the time.
I think that was a hit and run because he was already running before
Well, it was
even
the
the
bunt
bunt
run
was
for
put.
sure.
Yeah, and Raul Camarena with a great job catching the ball and then didn't panic. Just took his time, making sure to make that throw out there and get that double play.
Well, last throw he made, the second, was not on target, so he made sure that one was there. So with 2 outs, the batter, right fielder number 8, Joel Pesina. So Elijah Steven has hit a batter, but erased that with a good play of the defense. And that ball's outside, ball 1.
Base hit, pop. Go base hit. Guys, be ready. Get a piece of them now.
Fooled him there, coach, on a looked like a sinker.
So 1-1?
Well,
What the heck?
okay. Looks-
I see what's happening.
yeah, he's gonna go talk to his coach.
Well, I think it got Longoria maybe on the foot. So they're giving him a chance to kind of recover from that. Coach Cerna coming out
You see Corsetna there trying to keep that ball dry.
by spitting on it.
Yeah, the good old spit.
And here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning.
2 outs, boys. Let's go.
And here's the pitch. Curveball. Got him. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch has been effective so far tonight.
Came on the inside there, got the corner. Looked like an off-speed pitch.
That ball's hit hard. Calderon. Wow, what a run. And it's 3 away. Matt Calderon with an ace play in the outfield. It turns into 3 up, 3 down. Defense backs up. Estebanez. And going into the bottom of the 4th inning, the score remains PSJA 7, Weslaco 0.
I'd say that was the catch of the series right there. An outstanding job by Calderon. Diving for it, keeping the glove in front, and cleanly making that catch.
Weslaco ISD now introducing all-day pre-K. Bring your children to Weslaco ISD for a fun and engaging learning experience, helping to create lifelong learners. At Weslaco ISD all-day pre-K, your kids become young scholars, taking part in leadership programs, learning about science and technology, introducing them to literacy so they love to read. Registration taking place now at Weslaco ISD, the right choice.
So here we go. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The batter, number 18 designated hitter, Marco Leal. In the time we saw him bat, he grounded out to shortstop. He may have batted more times than one, but we have him as a ground out in the one time.
I think they were waiting for Corsetna to get into his box.
Well, that and the shortstop was tying his shoe. Remember back in when your kids were in kindergarten and you had to double tie their shoes so they wouldn't come untied all day?
Yes.
That ball's fouled away. Strike. Well, they need to do that with these baseball players. This is the second time in a couple of games that they've stopped for someone to tie a shoe. So Elian Gonzalez cooking along here. 5 innings in. They had a complete game out of Chica Marroquin on Thursday, complete game yesterday out of Juan Zambrano. And Gonzalez looks like he's on track to record a complete game here on Saturday. That would be quite a feather to go through 3 games and only use 3 pitchers. And that was low.
The winner of this series takes on Laredo. The winner of the Laredo United McAllen High series. That's also tied up at 1 going into tonight.
And I believe they're playing also right now, as many teams are. We don't know where weather has been. During our rain delay, we were looking at the radar, and it was right on top of us, and it didn't seem like it was anywhere else. But that dot did move off of us, so it went other places. Swing and a miss, and it's strike 3. And it's 1 away. And coming to bat, the pitcher, Elijah Estevanes, he had a single last time up, was on third base when the inning ended. It's 1 away. Nice pitch for strike 1.
Right down the middle. Perhaps Elijah was expecting a different pitch there.
Well, the way this pitcher gets you is he changes the arm angles on you a bunch. He'll come overhand, he'll come sidearm, he'll almost come underhand. It changes your viewpoint of where the ball's coming. The curveball got Elijah on the foot. And I would imagine they run. He's pitching now. And it looks like Evan Margot, number 4, stepping in to run for the pitcher, who's on base for the second time.
Evan Margot started at left field in games 1 and 2. But today it's Rico Avila at left field.
And Jaden Cavazos out and right, who's at the plate right now. We saw him bat once. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up, moved the runner along. See if they're thinking the same thing here. And that ball's inside. Ball 1. It's funny how your viewpoint changes, Mike. Last night we were up in the press box and seeing the game from that level. Right here, and it was the same place on Thursday. We're about as close to home plate as possibly could get, and at 1-1. Also, we're surrounded by fans, where when you're in the press box, you're surrounded by game officials.
PA announcers, game officials, scoreboard keepers.
Yeah, all those. So it's a very different environment down here on the field level. Ball hit hard over the top of Coach Cern, a foul on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that got a lot of aluminum there, but foul territory.
Axel Camarena on deck. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Was on second base when the third out was made. Going to have to record an error on the umpire out there at second base. The ball was thrown back to him. He thinks it's okay. One ball, 2 strikes, the umpire, and that's exactly what I have. Not what the press box had, I guess. Here's the pitch. Changed arm angles outside, 3-1. I'm sorry, 2-2.
Yeah, Gonzalez won at that pitch.
Well, so did everybody else sitting around us here. We're not totally surrounded by maroon, but there's a lot of it around us. And that ball, that's going to be a single out in the left field by Jaden Cavazos. The runner will move to second, and with 2 on, 1 away, Axel Camarena, the leadoff hitter for the Weslaco Panthers, will step in, Mike. And this is a true threat right here.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by Cavazos there, going the opposite side there, and Axel trying to get going here.
Back in the third inning, Mike, they had bases loaded and couldn't score.
Yeah. Yeah, so your opportunities are now limited, so you got to take advantage of it. And Axel with a great opportunity here, trying to get his first hit of the series.
And that's going to be ball 1.
Fastball. Let him work. Fastball. Go, be ready.
That one's in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
We know how fast Axel is, so any kind of hit going toward third, and he has a chance to beat it out.
Absolutely. You just have force outs at other bases. They're going to try to get the guy going to third before they try to get Axel.
And here we go.
They got him.
Meanwhile, the runner at first goes to second. So great job by Gonzalez there, holding on to that ball and waiting for his best opportunity to tag the runner out there.
Well, that kind of takes the bat out of Axel Camarena's hand. Now he's got 2 outs. So the bunt goes away. Some of those things that you might try to do to move batters along disappear from your arsenal. Now he needs a hit here. Jaden Cavazzo standing out on second base with 2 away. And that's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. And that's popped up over towards right field. The second baseman, that man Juan Zambrano, covers a lot of ground. I'm going to have to record. He flew out to the second baseman, Mike. He was darn near in right field, and it's 3 away.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the valley, WISD is the right choice.
The humidity, 62%. The wind out of the north at 6 miles an hour. And wow, a double zero is coming to bat for Martel Keene. He was the DH in the other 2 games. So a double zero, I forgot what his name is.
His name is Pablo Trevino.
Pablo Trevino steps in. I'm trying to find my PSJA. And that's ball 1. I have a wet PSJA roster here someplace. I just not finding it. I think I found it. Yeah, Pablo Trevino, double zero.
And the count is 0-1.
Oh, that was a strike?
Yes, strike 2 now.
All right, I missed that. No balls, 2 strikes. To Pablo Trevino. Batting instead of J.K. Martel Keene. Is number 3 still on deck? Looks like he is. That would be Cesar Cantu, the left fielder. And that's hit over. He lost it. There was room. He lost in the sun, so it remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's Seth Sanchez.
Kind of a dead sky right now, Mike.
Yeah, he had a. It's difficult to see where the ball is at right now in those foul balls.
Well, it's bright, but it's not sunny.
Right.
It's kind of overcast, so I'm sure that ball got up there and he lost it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Elian Gonzalez for PSJA pitched 5 innings so far, not allowing a run. Panthers have yet to score a run in this field in 2 games. That's going to be fouled away. 4-0 on Thursday. So far today, 7-0. So the Panthers, some of the things that Coach Eddie talked about needing to happen, getting on base and executing, has not taken place today.
You know, one of the things he said yesterday was we need hits, but not right at them. And unfortunately, that's kind of what's happened is they've hit the ball well, but just right at PSJA players.
And another one fouled away. They're going to have to dig into the ball budget and get some more baseballs out.
Is there an academy close by, perhaps?
Yeah.
Or
Can we
Walmart?
send somebody over there and pick up a few baseballs?
Here we go. Get ready now. Let's go, Pablo. Stay with it, baby. Stay with it now. Go, guys. Just go. Go, purple. Base hit. Base hit.
And here's the pitch. Got him. Struck him out. Trevino goes down. It's one away. And the batter, number 3, left fielder, Cesar Cantu.
Nice pitch there by Elijah Esteban is there. He's looked good, coach, since he's come in for Jacob Cavazos.
Let me tell you, he's a big old kid. You know, WISD on both sides of town have had some outstanding athletes named Estebanes. There's been some at Easton. There's been some at Weslaco. I gotta believe that they're related in some way, shape, or form because body type reminds me of some of the Estebanses that I know. And a single out into left field, Mike. So with one out here, PSJA has the base runner and coming to bat. My MVP for the series, Juan Zambrano.
Well, he has your vote, and he has my vote, too. I mean, he's been...
Today that we know of, Mike, he's walked and scored, singled and scored. So of the 7 runs, he scored 2. Of the 4 runs scored on Monday, he scored 2. He was the pitcher in a 2-1 game yesterday. He's done about everything. I think during the rain, I saw him out there trying to keep it off the mound. And when I went inside, I think he was sweeping the hallways. So he's done a little bit of everything. They don't have to drive a bus here. He'd probably drive the bus. Juan Zambrano has done a nice job for PSJA in this series. And that's a ball.
A little high the umpire felt for ball number 1.
Stay in there. Stay in there.
Here's the pitch from Estevanes, runner on first. Nice pitch, fouled right back almost at me. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Thank goodness for the net, huh?
Well, you almost don't hear it. You know, we were talking about that earlier. If
Yeah.
that was chain leak, it would have been a ch, you know, when it
Yeah.
hit the net, it almost no sound at all. Ball picked up by on-deck batter Ariben Gutierrez. There's another guy that's played really well, Mike. He singled and scored in the first inning. Been on base and made some great plays at shortstop the whole series. Nice pitch. The umpire said it wasn't, though. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, Elijah wanted that pitch there. Thought he got it, but a little bit to the outside.
We're in the 5th inning. Game scheduled to go 7. Playing at PSJA, so they are the home team. They will get the last at bats if needed. Right now, they have a 7-run lead. Swing and a miss. 2-2 is the count. Zambrano struck out his second time up in the first inning. So in the first inning, he walked and scored and struck out. 10 batters faced the Weslaco pitching in the first inning.
Ready now. Be ready to play. Just hit it, babe. Let him go.
And that one's fouled right back to you, Mike.
Yep.
And it counts 2-2. 2-2, 1 away. Got a good look at the shoes of Ariben Gutierrez. They're like gold plated on the bottom.
Base hit now. Base hit.
Can't really see that from a distance.
Get a piece of it now.
And
Base
now
hit.
that I
Let's go.
look up, the same shoes on Juan Zambrano. Flashing a little bit of gold. That ball's hit up. Shortstop under it. And he makes the play.
Axel didn't have to move very far there. Was able to find the ball and just look up and made the play.
But Mike, we're at field level. That was deceptive. I saw center fielder Matt Calderon come running in because I don't think he was sure where the ball was. But Axel Camarena does a nice job in stepping in the bat. The shortstop, number 5, Ariben Gutierrez. Runner still at first base with 2 away. Esteban is doing a nice job on the mound. That ball's hit over towards second base. And a nice job there by Brian Diaz. And that will end the 5th inning. So at 5 complete innings, PSJ leads Weslaco 7-0. Weslaco will come to bat in the top of the 6th right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the Valley, WISD is the right choice.
We talked about this both games so far, and we're in the point in the game where PSJ is saying, okay, we need 6 outs.
This is it. Yeah, same thing for Weslaco. I'm sure they're saying to themselves, we got 6 outs left, guys.
We gotta
Time to get to
something
work.
done. You know, for the seniors, that 6 outs away from a possible end of a career. And here we go. Matt Calderon. The pitcher is still Elian Gonzalez, and that's ball 1. That's fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We talk about Elijah Esteban is coming in relief. Gonzalez has gone the whole game and has done a great job.
Well, both teams, their pitching staffs, you know, have done really stellar jobs. That ball's fouled away. Do you see the change of the arm angle there by the pitcher? That one was almost the old submarine pitch. Now the wind has changed direction. It's almost got a coolness about it, Mike.
I think it's coming from like the north to the south, it looks like.
And here's the pitch. And that ball,
Somebody threw a ball.
well, the
into the
foul
infield.
ball, and some kid back there caught it and threw it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, when throwing the foul balls, please do not throw it back in when ball is in play. Just keep it or give it to the coaches in the dugouts. Please do not throw the foul balls back into the field of play. Please just give it to the coaches in the dugouts.
Yeah, during that last play, the ball came flying over the backstop. And the count is 2-2.
So that pitch did count. It was the scoreboard had it at 1-2, so that last pitch was a ball, so it's 2-2 now.
It would have been interesting if he would have hit the ball, what they would have done, but because the pitch really had already taken place, that ball hit hard. Left fielder out there gets underneath it, and it's an out. So
Cesar Cantu.
Yes, he moves underneath it, 1 away. Raul Camarena steps in. 1 out, nobody on. Score 7-0.
Raul, nice job at third base today. Has made some plays.
Oh! Got him. No, he's got too good a feet. 1 ball is the count.
How he escaped from that, I have no idea. But
Quick feet.
yeah, you have to jump up.
So Raul Camarena with a quick feet there, back in the box with the count of 1 ball, no strikes. Now the PSJA batter that got hit on purpose, and Camarena did everything not to get hit, and he grounds out to second. It's 2 away. So that 6 outs we were talking about, Mike's down to 4.
Great hustle there by Camarena there, but yeah, it's an infield out, and we're down to 4 outs.
And the batter, the catcher, number 10, Luis Longoria, just one of the Panther mainstays for the last couple of years. I would love to see him break loose here at the end of this ball game. But that we know of, he grounded out and flew out today. On deck, Rico Avila. Rico struck out his last time up. that ball's popped over towards first base. A lot of ground out there, as you pointed out Thursday, Mike, and that's just a long strike to Luis Longoria.
Yeah, the ball's got to stay up there a long time for the players to have an opportunity to make the play. But plenty of room out there.
And called strike. 0 balls, 2 strikes.
Got the outside corner there. Nice pitch by Gonzalez.
2 away, nobody on. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Weslaco looking to break the ice here. Arm angle change outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, I walked the field before the game, Mike, and the turf really is different than the football turf. It's not as spongy, but the catcher's box is actually a totally different turf. Got him swinging for strike 3. It's 3 away. So the Panthers go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th inning, trailing 7-0. PSJA will come to bat in the bottom of the 7th, and they will send to the plate Sanchez, De Leon, and Castillo as Weslaco tries to hold them down because they've got one more try at bat. And it's the bottom of the 6th inning.
And Elijah still on the mound for the Panthers.
Done a nice job since he came in, I believe, in the 2nd inning. That ball's hit hard in the gap. And that's going to be a single out there. Nice job in the outfield.
I think that's Rico Avila playing left. Was able to cut down that ball and making sure that the hitter stays at first.
And the batter, the catcher, number 11, Devin De Leon. Looks like there's going to be a base runner for Sanchez. See if you can catch a number, Mike, on the way. Especially since you have the roster. Number
15. Looks like number 15. That would be Ricky Rodriguez.
Ricky Rodriguez.
Courtesy runner.
In the run for the first baseman, Jacob Sanchez. So De Leon steps in, no outs, runner at first. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that's fouled away. Weslaco has played pretty clean, Mike, since the 3rd inning. They gave up 1 run in the 3rd, and 4 and 5 have been clean innings.
Yeah, the damage was done early in the game before the rain delay. PSJ took a 6-0 lead after 2. But after that, it's been 1-0.
Right. And that ball's up in the air. I don't know how close to it was, but it got up and over pretty quickly. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first base.
No outside pitch, man. No outside pitch. Watch it.
It's like the weather may have moved there just past center field out in that area, wherever that is. That's the only dark area left around here.
That would be like North Alamo, maybe.
You know, during the rain break, Mike, we ran into an old WISD student, Wesco East grad, Caroline Cuellar, who is the new volleyball coach at PSJA High. I believe she's East class of 12. Single. Nice throw from the outfield. But the runner makes it to third base off the single from DeLeon.
Nobody for your Bears.
Great job by Matt Calderon with that throw at center field. And I think we're going to have another courtesy runner, Coach. Let's see if I can get that number.
That's 13. That's Marco Guajardo. He's the
Okay.
head coach's son.
We have a courtesy runner for the catcher, now running for the Bears, number 13.
But yeah, Coach, going back to Caroline Cuellar, it's nice to bump into former students of WISD and start their careers. I remember watching her play
Well,
basketball.
she and her sister Darcy were part of the 2010 district basketball and softball championship team. And then she played on, I believe, went to school in Houston. And she's now the head volleyball coach at PSJA High. That ball's popped up over our head. And it's strike one to Vicente Castillo.
And it also shows how fast time flies.
Oh, yeah. Well, she and I were talking, you know, off that team that I know of. She and my daughter Kylie are both teaching and coaching. There may be some more off that team that I don't know about, but they had success in high school, athletically and academically, and that's gone on in their life to, you know, WIC is the right choice for a lot of reasons, and it got them the head. That ball hit out to Rico. No tag. And we have a fly ball, and it's one away.
Runner at third thought about coming home, took about 2 or 3 steps, but came back. So we still have runners in the corners.
So runners on first and third. Now with how many outs, Mike?
One out.
One out. And Trey Guajardo steps in, center fielder number 23. The junior, looking for a big senior year in football, I was told before the game. Outstanding baseball player too. And that's dribbled over to Sanchez. And they say it's foul. So everything comes back as strike one.
Yeah, the young man had a great year for the football team this past year, and so I'm sure the Bear fans are very excited to see him back for one more year.
Ball, one strike, one out. Runners on the corners. On deck, Mike, we have a pinch hitter, number 12. Can you?
That would be Edgar Salinas.
Edgar Salinas will step in following Guajardo. He'll bat in place of Joel Pacina. And there's a hit and run situation. Ball hit up in the air. Matt Calderon, no. Rico Avila, but the tag from third, and the run scores.
So that goes down as an RBI, sacrifice fly. Rico Avila, probably with a stronger arm, made the catch. Threw it back to the infield, but the runner still scored. But the runner at first is still at first.
So the runner stays at first base. We have a fly to left field, which is a sacrifice, and it's 2 away. And the batter again, number 12, is Edgar.
That would be Edgar Salinas.
Edgar Salinas, number 12. Steps in to bat. My paperwork is actually starting to dry out a little bit, but we did miss a little more than one at bat. That ball's hit hard out to Rico Avila, and he handles all three. 1, 2, 3 to Rico Avila, but 1 run scores. So the score after 6 complete, Mike, PSJA 8, Weslaco 0. Their last hurrah right here for the Wesco Panthers, and scheduled to bat Rico Avila, Seth Sanchez, and Marco Leal.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment. free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular activities, admittance into summer enrichment programs, and schools recently awarded with numerous TEA distinction designations for their academic success. Live there, learn here. For families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the Valley, WISD is the right choice.
As we go here through this possible last half inning, once again, we'd like to congratulate the Panthers on the season they had and Eddie Cerna for the kind of program he's built there at Weslaco. And also on a personal note, this could be my swan song because I don't know where I'll be in a year. So I'm going to cherish every one of these pitches here in this game. So stepping in, one of last night's heroes, Rico Avila, hit home run, the only home run of the series, in a big situation yesterday, and kept Weslaco's hopes alive. Steps in to face Elan Gonzalez. Hard up the middle, shortstop cannot make the play. Infield hit by Rico Avila, and that's all you can ask for, Mike, is base runners here.
A great effort by Rubin Gutierrez at short, but great hustle there by Rico Avila with an infield single.
And Seth Sanchez steps up. Only time we've seen Seth bat tonight, he grounded out to shortstop. There are no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Once again, John Boswell, Mike Gonzalez, Vinny Berry on the camera, Val Zamora, making it possible for you to watch us live on the internet. Thank everybody at K-West that makes all of this possible. That ball's hit. It's going to get over the head of Oh! And they say they got him going to second. He had to hold up, Mike, because he wasn't sure if that ball was going to get in. So you have to call that a fielder's choice.
That was Joel Piscina there at right field, getting that one hopper, making that sharp throw to second. And you're right, Coach. Rico was kind of stuck there, not knowing exactly what to do. You have to wait till you're sure that that ball is going to fall. And then by the time that he realized it, Piscina was in position to get that ball and make that throw to second.
Okay, number 25 stepping into bat for the Panthers. Mike, who's that?
That would be Angel Castellanos,
Angel
sophomore
Castellanos
outfielder.
Steps in. And it's fouled. So let's recap that. The right fielder handles that ball, makes the throw to the shortstop, catches Rico in, who had to wait. Because with a guy like Zambrano playing second, you can't take off because he'll make that play and double you back up. So it's one away, one on here in the top of the 7th inning. And that's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. On deck, number 13.
Joseph Rivera.
Joseph Rivera, a
senior.
So Coach Eddie's making sure some people get their name in the scorebook here. He would be batting for the pitcher. And that's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Castellanos. And that one's outside, the curveball. I believe the count's 2-2.
2-2 is what the scoreboard has, so
You know, I
you're right about that, Coach.
I touched on this a little bit, Mike, but thank you, Joe Aguilar, all the guys, Terry Beidler, Joey Cavillo, all the guys I've been in the booth with, Coach Armando Cuellar. And they got him going to second again. Scott Harrison, anybody else that I've paired up with. And it's 2 away.
Ball was hit hard, but
Another fielder's choice.
another fielder's choice hit off the foot of Gonzalez there. And I actually thought he was going to throw to first and get the sure out, but he took the chance at second and got the call. So there are 2 down with a runner at first.
And Joseph Rivera steps in with 2 outs. Elian Gonzalez still pitching for PSJA. We're in game 3 of a 3-game series. Series was tied 1-1, 4-0 PSJA on Thursday, 2-1 Weslaco last night. Score stands 8-0, and that ball's hit up the middle. Shortstop picks it up, steps on the bag, and it's 3 away.
And that's your game, and that's a series. And Coach, this is it for you. I want to thank you for your years of service and your work and your knowledge that you gave our crew, especially myself. And we're gonna miss you, buddy.
So from PSJA, Weslaco goes down 2-1. Valiant effort. The final score: PSJA 8, Weslaco 0. Like to thank everyone for watching, for putting up with me on K-West the last 4 years. I want to say thank you. See you next time. Good night, everybody.